So we'll move to our session today. This session today is, the topic is essay. Okay. I think there are some students who have attended the earlier essay session. कितने लोग हैं? Okay, few of you. ठीक है. What I'll do is, for the freshers, one disclaimer for the freshers is, पहला दिन कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आएगा. You will not understand anything. Lavanya started laughing. Said they do not know what will hit them in couple of minutes. So do not get carried away. Do not feel disheartened. ठीक है. This is just the first baby step towards writing an essay, understanding writing an essay. In the today's lecture, which will go around 2.5, maybe 3 hours also. So you can text your hostel owner that आज hostel में खाना नहीं खाऊंगी, that 100 rupees I'll deduct and pay. ठीक है. So because today first session ना थोड़ा time लगेगा, I'll take time. Today's aim of today's session is, you all should be able to write the introduction perfectly. Essay ka introduction you should be able to write perfectly, right? That is the aim of my today's lecture. That's why I'll take an extended. If time does not permit, then probably we will continue tomorrow also. Don't worry. This complete week, next complete week, and probably next to next week. These 3 weeks we'll try to complete this essay wala portion. Okay? That's the idea. So in today's session, I will talk about introduction only. इसके आगे नहीं जाएंगे. ठीक है? I have divided the essay into 6 parts. One part is introduction. The second part is conclusion. बीच में जो main body of the essay है, I have divided that into 4 parts. Why 4 parts? You will understand it gradually. ठीक है? So today's lesson, the objective of today's class is, we should be able to write the introduction. Introduction of an essay, especially philosophical essay, right? What is basic philosophy? What is philosophy? Philosophy means love towards knowledge. పెద్ద పెద్ద పదాలు వాడుతుంది అమ్మాయి. Love towards knowledge. Anybody? Hate towards knowledge is also philosophy. Yogeshwar. Something that is abstract. Okay, she is there. Something that is abstract, which has still not been defined in the boundaries of science. That's what she is trying to say. See, philosophy basically has many branches, but few branches very famous in philosophy. They try to find answers to the questions which have still not been answered, like whether God exists, does soul exist, what happens to the soul after a human being dies, is there a next world, heaven or hell, whatever, is it there or not. These are some of the dimensions to which philosophy is trying to ask find a solution. Metaphysics, हम बात करते हैं, it is basically under the metaphysics heading. But now the question is, why UPSC has introduced philosophical essay? What is the purpose? Understand the purpose of essay in the initial stages so that you understand why you are preparing for this. Why is UPSC asking you to write an essay in the first place? Essay ante school lo rastam kada. Essay ado tiffin dabba kosam school lo raskunnam. Malli enduku ee tiffin dabba ichedi ledu pettedi ledu. Why is he making you to write? What is the purpose of essay in UPSC syllabus scheme or the examination scheme? What is the purpose of essay? Philosophical essay, that too. पहले बात करते हैं normal essay, then we'll come to philosophical dimension. Asha, what is the purpose of asking a student to write an essay? What is the idea? Enduku, essay enduku. In the selection, they are selecting a leader, collector and then above leader. So oka leader ni select చేసుకున్నప్పుడు essay enduku test పెట్టాడు. Overall view, different streams. Overall view ante enti? What all will come under overall view? పేపర్లు ఇచ్చాడు GS 1 సాగు దొబ్బాడుగా 1 2 3 4 అని చెప్పేసి మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు వేస్తే భావన is trying to tell something. Analytical CSAT पेपर और उससे ज़्यादा क्या एनालिटिक्स. साला जो टीचर पढ़ाया उसको पेपर दिया तो बोला सर कल करते हैं इसको. ठीक है. ఎథిక్స్ పేపర్ ఉంది కదా. రే Right. Champastar Ravi. See, the ethics paper is basically to see your personality only. Take care. Anybody else? Yes, Seshu. What is the idea of asking an ethics essay paper? Okay. Simple. The essence of keeping essay in any examination paper is to know who you are. Understand this. If you are writing a polity answer, geography answer or history answer, somewhere you are what you call impressed upon by the teachings of that subject. If you have attended my IR class, United States of America will become your biggest enemy. So I have led all of you to believe that it is not Pakistan which is the biggest enemy of India, it is United States of America. The same way, any subject, if a teacher teaches to a student over a period of time, knowingly or unknowingly, the disciple carries the thought process of the teacher ahead. But when it comes to essay, it cannot so happen. So invariably, whosoever you are, whatever you are personally from inside, that will come out naturally. So I always make this statement during counseling and also during personal interaction. UPSC is not looking for best brains. Please, इस बात को accept कर लो. They are not looking for best brains. Believe me. And the people who pass, they are also not the best brains. It means UPSC is looking for something beyond best brain. It means it is looking for a suitable brain. So there are only a few parameters to judge and find out the suitability of a person. Ethics is a parameter, essay is a parameter, personality in personal interview is there, no? Personality interview. So that is also a parameter. So why these things have been introduced is basically UPSC wants to know whether the person who is showcasing that he is knowledgeable through the GS papers and the optional paper, what is he from inside. So the UPSC wants to know. That's the reason why you may be aware, some of you may be aware, if two students get the same marks, the marks of essay will decide who will get a higher rank. It means UPSC is giving lot of weightage to the essay paper, and the teachers like who have taught me, they always told me that essay is a paper where you are interacting with the invigilator personally one-to-one in writing. Personally one-to-one in writing. So whenever you are started writing essay, please note a line, make a box, note a line. Through this essay, I am interacting with the, through this essay, I am interacting with the invigilator. I am interacting with the invigilator. Right? Full stop. The purpose is to convey, who I am to the invigilator. Who I am to the invigilator. Full stop. One more line. And I want to showcase that I am a self-made man or woman, comma, responsible, comma, responsive, comma, responsive, comma, reliable, comma, well-mannered citizen of this country. Well-mannered citizen of this country. Please remember, this is what you should always tell yourself, remind yourself before you sit to write an essay. what I am trying to project about myself to somebody whom I will never meet in my life. Now, we will come to essay, just give me 2 more minutes. See, in psychology, there are various tests where an individual is put to find out who he is without personally meeting that person. Like if somebody who has attended SSB, Pawan, there are, Dayakar, Pawan and one more hand? No, only 2. See, in the service selection board, in the army selections, the psychological test is of the highest possible standard, where like IAS interview, they are calling you 30-40 minutes interview, thank you very much. In the army selection interview, it is not like that. They will keep you for 5 days and monitor every dimension of your personality for 5 days. Believe me, at the end of 5th day, they know you better than your parents know you. Because we generally hide certain shades of our personality from our parents, siblings and all. But to a psychologist, your character portrayal will come in such a beautiful way that he will know you as a person better than your parents. Now, the problem is for UPSC we can't do like that. So that is how UPSC over a period of time has devised a in between strategy how to find a personality of a person within those 2.5-3 years which I will give him to write an essay. So that is the reason why over a period of time there has been maximum change the way essays are being asked in UPSC, right? Understand, in the army selection, so many psychological tests are there. The thematic perception test, the word association test, the situation reaction test, so many other psychological tests are there. When it comes to other intelligence agencies like IB, RAW and all, they have something known as psychometric analysis. They do something known as psychometric analysis. Now, something like this has not been introduced for the civil services examination. So, for the UPSC civil services examination, the only yardstick they have to judge the psychological trait of a person is through the essay paper only. So, through your essay paper, they want to know what kind of a person you are. Now, I used a word, best brains and suitable brain. Yes or no? Best brain and suitable brain. The entire journey of learning to write the essay moves from best brain to suitable brain. So, why I am making this statement initially itself is, remember, in the essay paper, never ever use a fact to tell what you are. Always use an expression, an opinion or an experience to tell who you are. Never use a fact to tell who you are. Always use an expression, an experience to convey, or opinion or your belief system to convey who you are. Say for example, today somebody wrote a sent a essay to me yesterday or day before. So I just wrote down the topic of that essay because I felt the topic is good. Let's discuss. Though I could not correct the essay, this is the topic that we will try to find the introduction today. सच बताना, पढ़ने के बाद कितने लोगों को टॉपिक समझ में नहीं आया? सच बताना, कोई बात. Be truthful to yourself. Pawan, Lavanya, safe side ముందే చేయి ఎత్తేస్తే మేము ప్రశ్న అడిగాడు. Anybody else? I see. Okay. I'll ask questions. The hands that I have not raised. చెప్పాను గురువు గారి దగ్గర అబద్ధాలు చెప్తే కళ్ళు పోతాయి. रुक जा रे. अच्छा partially. तो ऐसा उठा हाथ. बोला सर, this I have understood partially. So please accept my partial answer. Bhavna, you understood the essence of the question? See how beautiful the statement is written. He says, he who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. If I have to define this in one word, pura essence, what is that one word? One word. Purpose. You got. Now, everybody said the essence is the purpose. Now tell me, generally all of you are above 80? Hope so. Take it. How many of you know the purpose of your life? Sir, essay class lo ide talkai noppi sir. Anni pichi questions adutaru meeru. How many of you know the purpose of your life? You all said no? In a rhythm, everybody said purpose of life, sir. Now tell me, how many of you know the purpose of your life? Don't say UPSC, champesta. UPSC does not deserve to be even dream also. Purpose to dur ki baat. We'll come to that question now. Purpose ante ento, we'll come to that. But I want to know the purpose of your life. Any volunteer to disclose the purpose? It should be constitutional. Hello. ఎవడైనా అన్పార్లమెంటరీ పర్పస్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు చంపేస్తా. మ్యామ్ యువర్ గుడ్ నేమ్? శృతి. ఓకే. ది పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ ది లైఫ్ ఇస్ టు లివ్. ఓకే. షీ సేస్ హర్ పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ ది లైఫ్ ఇస్ టు లివ్ హ్యాపీలీ. Yes. The route that she has chosen is wrong. Okay? The route that she has chosen is. You tell me, which should be the most obvious route to be happy? Philosophy सब abstract चीजें ही बात करेंगे हम, ठीक है? Now she says, to her purpose of life is to be happy. So she is trying to say that, sir, even if I fail in this UPSC examination, does not matter, I will be happy. Could be, probability, could be. Maybe if she passes, she may not. Probability is there, because the people whom you have to work with, they don't believe in the purpose that you believe, because they believe my purpose is to ensure that her purpose is not achieved. People cannot see you happy, believe me. The moment they come to know that you are happy, their happiness goes for a 6. So people are behind you. So if anybody tells you what is the purpose of your life, tell anything other than this. Okay? To avoid that attention. Anybody else? Any other purpose of life? I'll catch you. Purpose mein. No Gandhi. Your. Lose Gandhi. Your purpose, not Gandhi's purpose. Don't use a fact. చెప్పా, don't use a fact. చెప్పు నీ పర్పస్ చెప్పు. గాంధీ పర్పస్ వద్దు. గాంధీ అచీవ్డ్ హిస్ పర్పస్, మచ్ బిగ్గర్ పర్పస్, నన్ ఆఫ్ యూ నో. He is basically trying to tell a message that we are too young to understand what the purpose of life means. अरे यश, इतना सीरियसली मत देख रहे, एक बार क्या डाटा बुला के तू सीरियस हो गया लाइफ में? See, Nitish is saying very correctly. He is saying, sir, probably I do not even know the purpose of my life. See, 5 years minus, almost all of you, 5 years minus or chalo 10 years minus, did you have a purpose in life? Do you agree with me that the purpose in one's life will come at a time and keep changing based on the timeline of that individual's life? ఇప్పుడు పర్పస్ యూపీఎస్సీ రావాలి, యూపీఎస్సీ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మంచి అమ్మాయి కావాలి, అబ్బాయి కావాలి, పెళ్లి చేసుకోవడానికి. పెళ్లి చేసుకోవడానికి మంచి అమ్మాయి రావాలి, మంచి కట్నం కూడా రావాలి. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ది పర్పస్. ద మూమెంట్ పర్పస్ ఈజ్ అచీవ్డ్, దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ అ డ్రీమ్ that I should be blessed with a son only. Daughter means again the katnam will go. Yes or no? So now, believe me, if the purpose changes, is it a purpose? Then what defines and makes something a purpose? Tanmay. Sir, నేను బెంగళూరులోనే మంచిగా ఉండేదాన్ని, హైదరాబాద్కి వచ్చి ఇంకా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ పెరిగింది నాకు. She says purpose cannot be defined. देख रहे हो ना 10 मिनट में we have negated one purpose. He says, we are young to understand. She says you cannot have purpose. Endukamma? Why? Okay. Define a purpose. Does it mean it is subject to change? It is very subject to change. Complete change, corrections. It could be either correction or a complete change. One heartbreak and we want revenge in life. The purpose changes. UPSC pakkan betra champeyal dani first. Yes or no? You getting it? So it means she says the purpose cannot be defined. What is stopping her from defining her purpose? With in what sense? Limitation.
Once a purpose is defined, we restrict ourselves to go beyond that.
No, purpose ki greed nendu mix chestunavu nuvu in the first place. Ante you have materialistic purpose. Don't. చెప్పా పిచ్చి మాటలు రాయొద్దు ఎస్సేలో. Don't write everyone as a purpose. Even you who is invalidating my paper. Right. Okay, got it. Understand that. Asha is thinking very deeply. Purpose. Situations we overcome in daily life. అంటే పర్పస్ లో ఎలా ఫిట్ చేస్తున్నావు?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు సిచువేషన్ లాగా పర్పస్ మార్చు లైక్ యు సెడ్ యూపీఎస్ పక్కన పెట్టేసి.
Okay. Okay, she says that situations a person faces in his or her life, the purpose changes. You remember that movie? Allu Arjun's father suddenly dies. From discotheque he comes to, suddenly the purpose change, no? The situation. She says that situation can change the purpose. So does it mean there is no finality to purpose, or there is no non-amendability to purpose? Do you mean to say so? Okay. So if I make a statement, if it is capable of change, it is not purpose. If I make a statement, whatever purpose you have, if it is capable to change or subject to change of based on age, based on experience, based on situations, experiences, whatever. If I make a statement, anything that can change over a period of time due to various reasons cannot be purpose. How many of you agree? Slowly जिसके दिमाग में जा रही है बात वो धीरे से हाथ उठा रहा है. हाँ शेषु. हाँ. I am not asking you to agree. I am just asking how many of you agree. हाँ चपट.
I understand purpose as
Anything.
Anything which is we determined to do, even though.
Then how a goal and purpose is different?
Means goal means in that particular achieving that purpose only many goals can.
Example. పప్పులో కాలు వేసింది. వెయిట్ అగురా బక్రా దొరికింది ఇక్కడ. Asha. She says that goal may be time bounded, but the purpose is not time bounded. How many of you agree? Okay, the leftists don't agree. Only the rightists have agreed. The leftists say the goal may be time bounded, purpose cannot be. Can you give an example? Don't UPSC use chello. Anything else? Attitude, words, champesta. Nature of helping others. Okay. Then differentiate goal and purpose. Let. Kotkokan ra.
Sir, goal is like in this example. Goal is to provide them something like materialistic things and all.
Like for example, food. Food for survival. Okay. Then what is the purpose?
Sir, to help others, it will be for lifelong, sir. It will be not like at the age of 20 I will help. After that I will not help.
After you get married, you won't help. You yourself need help. So she says the goal could be to feed a hungry person, but the purpose is to serve the needy. That it means, can I say purpose is a very large canvas? Can I say purpose is a large canvas? Can I also say there could be many purposes? मैं तुमको मेन बॉडी दे रहा हूं. Can I say there could be many purposes? She said, initially I told her, I'll come back to her. She says her purpose is to stay happy. This is what her statement. Do you still stand with that? Okay. What makes you happy? సార్ నేను పడుకున్నప్పుడు నన్ను ఎవ్వరూ డిస్టర్బ్ చేయొద్దు. Nobody should disturb me when I am sleeping, be it my mother, father or brother, or for that matter in future husband. నన్ను ఎవ్వరూ ముట్టుకోవద్దు, డిస్టర్బ్ చేయొద్దు. అచ్చా, it's a physical pleasure. Agree? Can physical pleasure be a purpose? अरे रुको ना रे. It can be. Example. See, essay का beauty है, nobody is right, nobody is wrong. Ethics जो attend किए हैं, whatever truth we know as truth is only a relative truth. So we do not, nobody knows the complete truth. याद है कोट? किसका कोट है? इमानुएल कांट. ठीक है? हाँ. बोलो. Physical pleasure, purpose. It means their purpose is restricted to their lifespan. Should a purpose be limited to a lifespan of an individual? अरे questions आ रहा है? हाँ. Purpose can be immortal. In that case, physical pleasure cannot be a purpose. All corrupt brains. Physical pleasure anangane. Even eating the food that you like the most is also part of physical pleasure. Just to cleanse your mind.
As you said, there can be many purposes. In the lifespan, after the lifespan, there can be many purposes.
You give me an example, ना बहस मत कर, example दे. चारवाका फिलॉसफी के बारे में हम बात करेंगे थोड़े दिन के बाद, अभी के लिए छोड़ दो. ये सब उसको फॉलो करना शुरू कर देंगे. द चारवाक फिलॉसफी बिलीव्स इन प्लेजर. अंडरस्टैंड दिस. देयर इज अ वेरी फेमस हिंदी का पोएम का लाइन के पी पी और इतना पी के गिर जा, उठ और फिर से पी और फिर गिर जा. It means they believe in pleasure. Charvaka philosophy believes in pleasure. So many schools of philosophy. The Charvaka philosophy believes in pleasure. So now, can you use the Charvaka philosophy of pleasure and give me an example? See, can pleasure be seen from the ethical lens? I am giving you connections. Can pleasure be seen from an ethical lens? If you see from ethical lens, can any pleasure for that matter be ethical? So, freshers భయపడొద్దు. అమ్మ నీ పేరు మర్చిపోయాను, ఏం పేరు? సుజాత. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇంగ్లీష్ అర్థమవుతుంది కదా, ఇబ్బంది ఏం లేదు. ఓకే. స్వాతి, ఐ హోప్ యు ఆర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్. ఓకే. భయపడతారు, డోంట్ వరీ. ఆ భయం సహజమే. వాడు పవన్ నవ్వుతున్నాడు, ఏంటి సార్ మీరు ఎస్ఏ క్లాస్ అని చెప్పి భయపెడుతున్నారు. ఈటింగ్ గుడ్ ఫుడ్ ఈజ్ ఎథికల్ ఈజ్ వాట్ షీ సేస్. How many of you agree? I say the roommate next door is hungry. The roommate next door is hungry. She locked from inside, got Meridian biryani, కూర్చొని హ్యాపీగా తింటుంది. You know that so many million people are hungry. What did I say? You know that so many million. See, that's what I said. What is the paragraph? Likha hai na? Whatever you convey to the examiner through the essay, it has to be of the highest standard. Nothing should be questionable. Okay? Chalo, with this small threatening introduction, we will come to the class how to write an essay. So my intention was basically not to threaten you. Threaten you intention was only 20%. 80% is how to create chain of thoughts. Learn this art. Philosophical essay is all about creating chain of thoughts one after the other, and writing in an abstract way. Connecting some dots. I will only teach you the dots, connect those dots and start writing in an abstract way. You will use a fact only to support an opinion. You will not use a fact to support an opinion. Not use an opinion to support a fact. You will use a fact only to support an opinion, not vice versa. You will use a fact only to support a opinion. Say for example, can there be purpose without struggle? It means not always so, but generally yes. Yes or no? It means struggle and purpose go hand in hand. Or yes or no? Yes or no? See, for example, Virat Kohli. Sabka favorite hai. That's why 290 plus billion, million followers on Instagram. Now, he had a very big physical ailment. He was a hardcore non-vegetarian. So what was happening is, when you are a hardcore non-vegetarian, your stomach becomes acidic, and to digest that acidic content that you have eaten, the body starts drawing calcium from the body, the bones. The body starts drawing calcium from the bones to make your stomach alkaline. So a time came in his life, had somebody not suggested him to become vegetarian. If I remember, I think in some of the videos also he is talking, one of the interviews he spoke about this. I don't remember, long back. So what happened? Somebody suggested him, okay sir, what problem he had? He had in the neck, the spine part of his neck, some protrusions were there in the disc of his spine. That was making his entire right hand, in a way paralytic. So if that calcium is not adequately provided to the spine is losing the grip, and that pain is getting extended to the right hand. He says there were times when Virat Kohli could not sleep in one position for more than 8 to 10 minutes. So throughout the night he has to keep changing his position. So somebody suggested him that you need to become vegetarian to make your stomach alkaline, so that the calcium is not drawn from the bones to make your stomach alkaline. It means we only know this Virat Kohli that we know, who is hitting sixes and fours, but we do not know the struggles that he has gone through. So now tell me, in the stages when he was going through struggles, if it was only a goal to become a good cricketer, he would have given up? Yes or no? Because there was something beyond goal, that was purpose. You remember Virat Kohli ka ek aur story hai. One of the crucial matches which had bearing on his selection, he got a message that he lost his father. He completed that match, scored a century, and then went to attend the rites of his father. Understand, life will throw at you situations like these, and people who have understood the purpose of life have taken these situations positively, did not succumb to that. So when that happens, when you have a strong why. If you have a why, That's where you can almost bear any understanding. That is what the essence of the message is, that all of us will have gone through certain challenges in our life. Everybody, believe me, even if you are rich, even if you are poor, even if you are handsome or beautiful, as the case may be, at some point of time you would have gone through some kind of grief or agony. Grief or agony. Understand this. Very, very important. Okay? Chalo. With this small prelude, we will go to the today's class on essay, the first class on essay. Now, everybody understood why essay in UPSC? Because he wants to know who you are. Second, the difference between general essay and philosophical essay is, general essay will try to test your knowledge in depth. Philosophical essay tries to test you who you are person inside, who you are person from inside. Okay? So, to understand the importance of philosophical essay, this all we know. The 2 essays in the UPSC, 1 hour 30 minutes for each essay, that comes to 90 minutes. Okay? Generally, as a thumb rule, we suggest that around 30 minutes of brainstorming you can do before you actually start writing an essay. So, eventually you end up getting 60 minutes to write one essay, and UPSC may in 1 hour 11 to 12 pages speed is fairly good speed. Okay? So, this is what the structure of the, please write these 3 words: knowledge, existence and reality. What is philosophy? I am just trying, I will give a brief about this. Anything, the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality and existence. What makes this subject of philosophy when you are studying it in an academic perspective? Okay? When you are studying it from a academic perspective, this is very important. Academic perspective. 3 words you should remember for life: knowledge, existence and reality. Your entire philosophical essay should roam around these 3 words. That is why I am asking you to remember these 3 words: knowledge, reality and existence. Now, what is this knowledge that you should be knowing? What is this knowledge that you should be knowing? Anybody? What knowledge he is talking about? Huh? Anyone? Please. When he is talking about knowledge, philosophical perspective, knowledge about what is the question? किसको पता है? हाथ ऊपर. Not. Nitish. There are many non-believers. Inexplainable things. Knowledge about inexplainable things. Philosophy perspective, knowledge. Pawan, knowledge about what? Knowledge about philosophical essay perspective. Intangible assets. Knowledge about? Good. మన గురించి మనకు తెలిస్తే చాలు, లోకం అంతా తెలిసినట్టు. Do you agree we don't know ourselves? Do you agree? Who am I? Famous question, no? Vivekananda's famous question. There is a story, no? Who am I? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was taking a class similar like this. Okay? So the class was going on. Vivekananda enters the class. So Ramakrishna asks, who are you? Then he replies, I have come to find out the answer to the same question. So Ramakrishna said, నీలాంటోలే పిచ్చోలు కావాలి లోపలికి రా. So one who knows oneself knows the world. There is a saying, no? One who knows oneself knows the world. So the entire purpose of life is knowing, believe, This is my reading of my life. The purpose of life is to know who we are, and does it end there? Knowing who we are, then associating ourselves with like-minded people, associating ourselves with the like-minded people. One is knowing ourselves who we are, associating ourselves with the like-minded people, and collectively trying to bring a change, and collectively making efforts to bring a change. This is the purpose of my life. Okay. Now, if I write something like this in the essay paper, what impression I am giving the examiner about myself? Positive, negative? Anybody negative? For the sake of argument. Pallavi, Chepama.
Even if you don't know about yourself, how are you going to know about the country or other things? The inherent self, you being 20 years with yourself, if you don't know yourself, then how you are going to know?
So she is taking Nitish's stand when Nitish said that we are too young to know ourselves. Now understand, in the life, the stage that you are. See, are you competing with a 60-year-old guy writing the essay with you? No. It means I am trying to judge you within your zone only. Within your zone only. Why? Because if I don't judge you within your zone, then I may not be doing justice to you. Understand this dimension. It means purpose keeps changing. It means, so I am, when say for example, I got a target, every day sir you have to see 30 answer scripts. As an invigilator, I am given 30 answer scripts of essay. Believe me, 30 answer scripts of essay in a day is the most painful job in the world. Because మీరు రాసే ఎస్సేలు చూస్తే కళ్ళలోంచి రక్తం వస్తుంది అన్నమాట. Okay? So the most painful job to now. Believe me, out of 30 students, you wrote something which others could not reach upon. In the philosophical, see, there is a material world, there is a philosophical world. Yes or no? There is a material world, there is a philosophical world. If you do not talk on philosophical spectrum, you will not be able to impress upon the invigilator. So you have to talk in that spectrum only. If you talk in the materialistic spectrum, he will take, believe me, not more than 7 to 8 minutes to check your essay. It is only if you talk in the spectrum of philosophy that he will read every line. So understand this logic. So when you try to talk anything philosophy, I told you, it need not be right or wrong. It may be most applicable to you. That's why I said, to me, purpose of my life is to know oneself in the knowledge perspective of philosophy. Any other dimension of knowledge? One is oneself. What else? Any other knowledge that you can talk in philosophy? The knowledge of the world, everything will come, metaphysics, everything will come. Knowledge of oneself, knowledge of world. What else? Knowledge of existence पे आते हैं तब बात करेंगे, because existence अलग से word दिया हुआ है. हाँ, knowledge of purpose, knowledge of oneself and knowledge of the world. Any other knowledge that you can think of? हाँ, the Hindu philosophy talks, no, life after death. So this world and that world. See, some religions believe in life after death. Some religions don't. Okay? The Hindu philosophy says there is life, or the soul goes to heaven or hell depending on what you have done. UPSC passed, you will go to heaven. UPSC fail, you go to hell. Is it so? Maybe vice versa. maybe vice versa, है ना? The in fact Christianity also talks the Garden of Eden and all. Any Christian here? The Garden of Eden and all. Now, did anybody confirm the presence of heaven or the Garden of Eden? That's why we say in the metaphysics these things have still not been established. There are instances where people died and came back. There are instances, believe me, there are instances people have died and came back. Maybe instantaneously somebody gave CPR, he could immediately come, he or she, he could immediately come back. CPR is what? बनो बॉक्स बनो. CPR नहीं मालूम, साला कोई मर गया रोड पे तो ऐसा होगा रे. Believe me, the best feeling to bring somebody to back to life. I did that once. ठीक है, on the road, a 40-year guy suddenly collapsed. Believe me, standing in front of the gate where I work, suddenly collapsed. So when me and one more lady officer with me, we both gave CPR. 45-50 seconds, came back to life. It happens. You can bring somebody back to the life. Though he was not very happy coming back, but still, okay? Maybe he is cursing me. So understand this. Now, the people, Acha, how many of you believe in rebirth? Need not necessarily be as humans only. She says rebirth as a tree. The heights of imagination. Somebody was telling something. Animal, any other species. Have you ever met anybody who's reborn, claims to be reborn? Heard of YouTube? That reborn. They will tell, I was there, my dad was there. Yes or no? But though there are life instances, the science is still not, in a position to establish that there could be a possibility of rebirth. So even the knowledge of birth, death and rebirth. See, science has been able to tell some dimensions related to the existence of soul, what happens to the soul after death, what is the medium it travels, how it enters the another body, is it the same soul that enters another body or another soul is created, there is a factory that creates soul. ఎందుకురా అట్లా చూస్తున్నారు సార్, ఏదో పిచ్చి పిచ్చి మాటలు మాట్లాడుతున్నాడు అన్నట్టు చూస్తున్నారు. Philosophy, I can't do anything, I have to talk like that. The subject is like that, abstract. Now, what is the mechanism of identifying or finding oneself? If you are in this body, who is deciding that this soul will enter any other body, or the soul is under punishment, you stay in a bottle for 10 years, 20 years, then you can go into. This is all we have seen in childhood, no? The soul jinn ko bottle mein rakha hai, some dua they are showing. Do you all agree with that? The philosophy is still trying to find the answer through the dimension of knowledge. Now, second is any dimension of philosophy from reality perspective. Reality. Tanmay. Srinath, reality. Reality perspective. Lalita. Likita. My reality. Can you be specific? Reality. Perceived. So you mean to say reality is basically relative or perception based? See, as per our human knowledge, between Pawan and me there is only air and nothing. As per human knowledge, that there is nothing between me and Pawan. But maybe there is so much of cosmic energy between me and him which we are not able to see with our naked eye or feel with our 5 senses? Could be. It means the reality that we are living in, thinking that there are only students, no dead souls or anything. ఎవడో UPSC పాస్ గానోడు కూర్చుని ఉన్నాడు ఎవడు తెలుసు? You never know, right? So it means the brain. వాడు ఇట్లా చూసుకుంటున్నాడు పక్కన ఎవడు ఉన్నాడు. Maybe I am the one. You got it? So it means the reality from the philosophy perspective, as I told you, is, see, you will understand why I am talking all these after some time. So be attentive. Don't think that I am trying to drag it. It has got a purpose. It will help you to create that abstract rings in your essay. Believe me, ivanni dimensions will help you in creating those abstract rings. Any other reality other than relativity of the reality? Perception based, he says perception. Okay, any other thing? Perception. Perception, it means what we see and perceive, we believe it to be true. At times it so happens what we see may not be true. Have you ever experienced this? Anybody? అంటే దయ్యాలు భూతాలు కాదు. ఒరేయ్, సోషల్ మీడియా గురించి అడగట్లేదు. మీ కళ్ళ ముందు ఒకటి కనిపించింది, ఒక సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఈవెంట్స్. Though it was appearing something, but actually it was not. Dream వద్దు ఎప్పుడే. రెయిన్బో. ఎవరు? నితీషా? No. Understand this. Say for example, me and Pawan are fighting on the stage. Suddenly somebody enters, nobody in the room. Somebody enters, he perceives that we both are fighting because his vision told that we both are fighting. There could be a possibility we were preparing for any skit or so. It means what you saw and perceived was not real. It means reality is based on something. What is that? Yes or no? Is it not based on visual depictions as per you? But tell me, is reality based on only visual depictions? No. Then what it is based upon? Believe me, तुम philosophy के बहुत बड़े बड़े concepts के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, ठीक है? Philosophy में reality ये सब बहुत बड़े chapters हैं, ठीक है? So we are talking big things in small contexts. Okay. Now tell me, you said, sir, reality is not only limited to visual depictions. So then my question is, then what is the limit of reality? Unknown. See, till recent past, the scientific world believed that there is only one universe, there is only one galaxy, that is the Milky Way. Now we are saying, like the Milky Way, there are billions of galaxies, billion, BILLION, billions of galaxies. In that there are millions of satellites and millions of planets and all. अरे समझ में आ रहा है कुछ? It means our knowledge of our reality is only limited to our scientific capabilities. Yes or no? Tomorrow we may understand that not only the other galaxies but also how does it go? Yeah. Tomorrow we may understand not only galaxy, there is something. अरे geography optional किसका है? उन्ना गुड़ा word चाहिए तेरे को. How was moon formed? हाँ. Object. She threw an object at the earth. So that object. हाँ. Earth. हाँ, earth. हाँ, she is right. The part of that asteroid also, and also the part of the earth. So that's why some, the stories, no, moon is the child of. अरे ऐसा मेरी तरफ मत देखो. What she is telling is true. That is how billions of years before this incident happened, that an asteroid of a very big size and what you call speed hit the earth within a particular angle. So that is how a large chunk of the earth got removed from the earth, and that asteroid was revolving around the earth for so many popular couple of hours. The recent scientific invention says the formation of moon, as was believed, would have taken some millions of years or something, is incorrect. It happened in couple of hours only. ठीक है? So बहुत ज़्यादा और research उस पे हो रहा है. Don't get into it. Understand this. Now, I am only trying to say the world that we believe to be real is limited to our scientific capabilities. Any other dimension of reality? Okay, he says the reality is dynamic, it keeps changing. But tell me, is it changing? No. Our knowledge of it is, it means the reality is actually, it is our knowledge about the reality that is dynamic and not the reality. Reality is always fixed, that whether there is a God exists or not. See, there is a debate, no, in metaphysics. God created universe or the universe created the God. Universe means to belong even us also, right? Is the, what you call universe created God or the God who created the universe. Now, how many of you people believe God created the universe? Okay, so ये सब भक्त लोग हैं. 1, 2, 3, 4 रुपया also. Dayakar Reddy also. Okay. अच्छा, how many of you, see, I am not judgmental. You believe him, you don't believe him, it is up to you. Immanuel Kant ने क्या बोला है बच्चों को पता है, ठीक है? Now tell me, if God created the universe, if we'll assume, hello, I hope you will not sue me. You only. Acha, you will not sue, right? Okay. Believing that God created the universe, now understand, do you believe that He planted life only on the earth? It means that there is extraterrestrial life, aliens हम जो बोलते. That's what. No? So, do you mean to say there are humans elsewhere also? Maybe, may not be. Again, limited to. Now, because it is your incapability to know whether they exist or not, can you definitely say that they exist or they don't exist? Right? It means, again, the reality is, and your only viewpoint is that is dynamic. Arey, please stay with me. इंకొక్క గంటన్నర, ठीक है, 1.5 hours more, just stay with me. The last was, what was the last? Existence. What do you understand by this word existence? General answer, good. Are you talking only about Are you talking about this? Then और क्या existence? Come again. Energy transaction in dollars. Huh? Pain, feeling. So he says, she says any energy is a existence. He says any feel is an existence. వీళ్ళందరూ దేవుళ్ళు అయిపోతున్నారు ఫస్ట్ డేనే. Believe me, the way these points will help you to create that main body, बहुत help करेंगे. Yeah. In essay, you have to think out of the box, but within the limits of decency. Within the limits of decency. Sudha. Cosmos. ठीक है. Energy. Okay. Seshu. Existence. Energy. Quantum entanglement. आया था ना? ఒరే సైన్స్ చదువుకున్నారా మీరందరూ? కనీసం నోబెల్ ప్రైజ్ ఎవరికి ఎందుకు వచ్చిందో సైన్స్లో కనుక్కోవాలి కదా. క్వాంటమ్ ఎంటాంగిల్మెంట్. कौन एक्सप्लेन करेगा द थियरी ऑफ क्वांटम एंटैंगलमेंट? సార్ మాకు చిన్న ఫిజిక్సే రావు. క్వాంటమ్ ఎంటాంగిల్మెంట్, క్వాంటమ్ అంటేనే మొన్న నేర్చుకున్నా సార్, సబాటామిక్ లెవెల్ అంటే ఏదో. Okay. At subatomic level. Okay.
If there is a change in one state, automatically it will be reflected in the other particle also without any time lag.
Okay, great. Now, all your life you were taught light travels the fastest or sound? It is the, that's why you see the light of the train before the sound of the horn of the train. You were taught that light travels the fastest. You see the sun. It takes 8.5 minutes for the sun rays to reach the earth. So can I make a statement? At any given point of time, we cannot see the real sun. All your life you thought that it is the sun that you are seeing, but actually you are seeing the sun which is 8 minutes old. Yes or no? You are seeing the sun which is 8 minutes old. Now the question is, can you ever see the sun live? No, because of the distance inward, right? Now, if any two particles at subatomic level are entangled with each other, listen to this carefully. Quantum entanglement theory says any two particles, if they are entangled with each other at subatomic level, if there is a change in the state of one particle at any one place and the other particle can be anywhere in the billions of universe, it will showcase immediate action to this reaction without any time lag. For this people got Nobel Peace Prize. It means it defies the theory that light travels the fastest. That's the beauty of because they are entangled at what level? Subatomic level. And because what she says, without any time lag. So whatever has been taught to you related to light is that travels the fastest has been nullified by this theory. For this, some physicists got the Nobel Prize. So I gave you only a broad perspective. There's too much of science involved in that. But understand, it means what I want to tell you is our reality is limited to. Why I am going at this level and telling you is, whenever you write any reality dimension, that is when you try to make an equation. All these years we believed that the light travels the fastest, but it has been proved otherwise through the theory of quantum entanglement. This is only to support your viewpoint. You are using fact to support your viewpoint. Believe me, essay writing is a skill outside the books. Don't ever try to write essay from the learnings within the book. Within the book learning से essay नहीं लिखना है. Essay personal learning dimension से लिखना है. Any other? One more is missing. The existence theory, physical, energy, emotional. Basically he is trying to say emotional. Any other? Huh? Existence. Okay. The dynamism part of it you are trying to talk. Okay. Soul. कौन था? Yemendra Niku. Whose soul? Soulmate soul or somebody's soul? Why you call soulmate? There is a word we use, no, soulmate. Why don't we say physical mate? Because it will sound very bad. Huh? Huh. So why do we use the word soulmate? They are soulmates here. When do you use the expression soulmate? ఈడేదో కాంట్రవర్షియల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇస్తున్నాడు. ముందే చెప్పా, క్లాస్లో అన్పార్లమెంటరీ లాంగ్వేజ్ యూజ్ చేస్తే పడతాయి దెబ్బలని. చెప్పు, పర్లేదు ఏం కాదు. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పాను సార్. మేడం, అట్ అరే ఆల్ డర్టీ బ్రెయిన్స్. ఐ హోప్ దెర్ ఈజ్ నో మైనర్ ఇన్ ది క్లాస్. I did not say anything. If it is going live, I am not responsible. Okay? Connect at. No. You are Shruti, right? Thanks, yaar. She is giving me so much of fodder to talk. It means that you are talking about existence beyond this. It means that you are also talking about existence beyond this. Achha, what does this deeper level mean to you? అంత ఇంగ్లీష్ నాకు రాదురా. సబ్ కాన్షియస్ లెవెల్ అంటే ఇక్కడ కాన్షియస్ అర్థమే సావట్లేదు. సబ్ కాన్షియస్ లెవెల్. Can you explain? We'll give the first priority to the lady who gave this. What is this deeper level, madam?
It's more than physical.
Okay.
You connect with the person, not the personality. You connect with the personality, not the person.
How boys behave when with girlfriends or is completely different from what they actually are. इसको दीवार पे लिख लेना. Never judge a boy based on his behavior in front of you. He will behave as possible as polished, but he may not be. Based on that, if that soul mating happens, then gone.
Yeah, soulmate is beyond that.
Okay.
Even after that.
Good.
They are immortal.
What? They are immortal. Asha cannot stop her laughter. Sir, बच्चे हैं सर, जाने दो सर. हाँ? She says beyond physical. See, can I use a word nature of a person. We will not get into character. These girls will, nature of a person. So, the soulmating happens at a level higher than physical level, where you are more attached to or connected to how that person thinks, feels, not acts, thinks and feels, because behavior, actions, the changes will come, right? So how he thinks and how he feels is more important to you to become a soulmate. Yes sir. Now, in the existence dimension of soulmate, whatever zone we are talking about, is it permanent? No? Nothing is permanent? Yes. It can be, cannot be. Highly can be or cannot be? It cannot be is highly. Satyapriya is more practical. Sir, idantha honeymoon period oka samvatsaram ma aithe 2 samvatsaralu. The Chandramukhi phase is only for couple of weeks or months. After that Surajmukhi, after that Jwalamukhi, right? That's the phase, that's the phasing in relationship. So you can see where you are standing as of now. The Chandramukhi phase is the most beautiful phase. Okay? Gradually, the moment marriage happens, that Surajmukhi comes into play and all, Now, it is basically beyond this level. So understand the 3 dimensions: knowledge, reality and existence. So we all are talking from a metaphysical perspective, only from academic discipline. If you Google what is philosophy, Google what is philosophy, उसके नीचे क्या आ रहा है बताओ. ऊपर तो यही आएगा, नीचे लाइन क्या आ रहा है बताओ. What is the second line meaning coming? First line is what we have written on the board. What is the second line in related to what? Huh? Guiding the principle of behavior. Okay? Huh? Okay. Behavior. So the other dimension we will talk tomorrow. Okay? Not today. Too much of philosophy one day is not good. Now, please write all these points as it is. Things to keep in mind. First is understand essay is not an extension of GS. Nitish, bold rasko. Essay is not the extension of GS. The moment I asked him purpose, he said Mahatma Gandhi. I stopped him there. I want your purpose of life and not Mahatma Gandhi's purpose of life, because he achieved his purpose of life which none of us know. Okay? That's the beauty. What was the purpose of life of Mahatma Gandhi? No controversial statements accepted. To lose ourselves and where land? Serving people. Okay. When did he find this purpose? Right after birth? No. It means we all should land in jail? Arre, believe me. I think I shared this experience, no? Tirupati. Once I went, वो jail कैसा नहीं बना रखे उन्होंने? Some what do you call it? Some rows, what are compartments? Thanks, yeah. Compartments. I was thrown in that compartment for 6.5 hours. I told him, I have seen God from here only, let me go. He said, nothing doing. There is only one way entry. You will go alive means you will see the God and go. So actually I could see God before I actually saw God. Okay? So my first time, believe me, so many thoughts came to my mind. Okay? So understand this. कभी बाथरूम में बंद हुए हो? हाँ? In the recent past, Sahiti, every day, sir. Huh? What were the feelings when you were stuck in a small place? What happens to you when you are stuck in a small place?
There is a fear we don't get any help.
We do. We.
Fear of not getting any help. Like,
What happens to you first? A feeling. Have you ever got stuck in a lift? Before anxiety. Somebody said suffocation. There is no change in the air quality or the air because fan is on and all. It means the suffocation was present. Your feeling of suffocation came only once you came to know that the door is not open. Agree or not? The reality quotient? Yes or no? Understand? Pawan. Reading has to be beyond textbooks. I told you this. May not be possible within UPSC, but try to understand. See, reading textbooks beyond the textbook anangane intloki velli novel purchase cheskoni, not bad, but not at the cost of UPSC preparation. Okay? Don't keep it to the end. This is my sincere suggestion to the student. Generally the mindset is prelims అయిపోయిన తర్వాత essay రాద్దాము. Don't do that mistake because it will take time for you to learn the art of essay writing. Learn the specific skills of elaboration and narration. Elaboration and narration నేను నేర్పిస్తాను. I will teach you the elaboration. See, you have to narrate and learn the art of narration. See, for example, she was stuck in the lift, washroom, whatever it is. She was locked. This girl was also locked in the washroom. Now, I am not making up. Probably 10-15 days before, my boss was stuck in his washroom at home. You know how he called? Incidentally, he carried the phone. He told one statement and cut the call. Oberoi, I am stuck in the washroom. You have maximum 5 minutes. That's it. And phone got there. I could not ask him, intlo washroom. నీ అమ్మ ఎక్కడికైనా పొయ్యావా ఏమన్నా చెప్పాలి అంటే ఐ వాజ్ ఇన్ షాక్. వీడు ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాడు, వాష్రూమ్లో దాక్కోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఏమొచ్చింది? అండర్స్టాండ్? బికాస్ ఈవెన్ a person who is of that age started feeling suffocative instantaneously. So I immediately called his wife. See, just see the beauty. घर में बीवी रखी है, उसको फोन नहीं किया और मेरे को फोन किया, बोलता है मैं फंस गया हूँ बाथरूम में, निकाल 5 मिनट है तेरे पास. So I first called him. She was surprised. अभी तक तो यही था. मैडम अभी नहीं है, अंदर फंस गया. ठीक है. So I had to call somebody. People went. They had to break open the door. Believe me, the door had to be broken open because he started, because he's an asthmatic guy. So all the more you will instantaneously start feeling suffocated. Okay? Understand this. Skill of narration, I'll teach you. See, skill of narration is, understand. See, whether we all agree or disagree, essay is an art of writing. Right? Essay is an art of writing. In this, English will play a role. So any student who does not have that grip on English language have to work a little hard on essay. This, take it. People keep saying it is not, English is not the matter, but believe me, English is a matter from these perspectives at least. What do you understand by lucid language? That can be easily understandable. Thank God. That can be easily understood. So you need not write Shakespeare's English in an essay. Not required. Shakespeare's English is not required. See, when I said in some or the other way, essay is a test of your language expression, it means there is no scope for any grammatical mistakes or spelling mistakes. You cannot do that mistake even though you do not have an intention to commit a mistake. Okay? So the acceptability of a mistake in grammatical sense in essay is not accepted. So you need to develop the art of writing over a period of time. Okay? Now we'll talk what is this connectors. Give me some time, 5-10 minutes, we'll go to the connectors. Okay? Anybody who can say what is a connector at this stage? What, something that connects, something that connects. हाँ, कौन बोलेगा? In an essay. Have you? हाँ. Next thought. Previous thought with the next thought. ठीक है? चलो, good. Previous thought with the next thought. हाँ, इसको as it is लिखो. Write as it is and read it 100 times if possible. Write as it is and read it 100 times if possible. Even if more, no problem. We'll talk. आज पूरा यही काम है, आज और कल में भी, even tomorrow also. See, from the 7th or 8th class of essay, you will be able to start picking up your own what we call dimensions. ठीक है? Don't be in a hurry. essay में थोड़ा time लगता है. Don't be in a hurry. Chandan, how are you? Good. Seeing you after a long time. We'll try to complete at least the first part of the introduction, that is the hook. We'll talk what is a hook. You use a hook to catch a fish, है ना? We'll also use a hook to catch the invigilator. Introduction బాగా రాస్తే, believe me, 40% of the job is done. If you can up till there write well. Again I am warning you, there is no one way of writing an essay. There are hundreds of ways of writing an essay, but at this stage only understand there is a difference between essay and story writing. మొత్తం ఎస్ఏలో స్టోరీ రాసి వస్తే బ్రో సినిమా బాగుందని చెప్పేసి he also shows him the reality, no? In that movie, if at all you have seen, he tries to tell him what is the reality. What is the reality lesson he gives him? It doesn't make whether you are present or not. The world will learn to live without you. That's the thesis statement of that movie. ठीक है? Now, see, listen. We'll start with hook. We'll start with hook. We'll come to this tomorrow. We'll do this tomorrow. We'll talk about all this tomorrow. आज थोड़ा hook के बारे में बात करें. Yeah. For the sake of writing an essay, I have taken this topic. So please write this topic in your book. He who has a why to live for. अच्छा ये बताओ, इसमें die for भी आ सकता है? Die for भी आ सकता है. I am giving you a dimension. हाँ, उमाश्री आ सकता है ना? अच्छा, you will die for what? Yes. Yash is saying, sir, I am not ready to die for anything. Man is afraid of death, believe. जो बोलता है ना मेरे को डर नहीं लगता है, सब फालतू बात है. वो एक स्प्राइट कार्ड है ना, डर सबको लगता है, गला सबका सूखता है. ठीक है? डर के आगे जीत है. ठीक है? डर के आगे खाई है तो कहाँ से जीत है पता नहीं, बट है. ठीक? हाँ, what can you die for? Paul? कौन बोला नेशन? बकवास करना बहुत ఈజీ అది నేను అడగట్లేదు रुकना रे don't go to conclusion हाँ he does not want to die for anything be it girlfriend also अच्छा you see people who commit suicide die for ఏంద్రా ఎంత మాట్లాడుతున్నారు సడన్ గా peer pressure okay she says that it is a peer pressure that makes them to commit suicide maybe I may not agree completely but yes to some extent I have never taken any peer pressure in my life maybe personality based my sister used to take I never took my dad used to give me nice beatings so theek hai chalega but no pressure whatsoever the struggles were different I'll talk huh come again
What he did to say some mistakes he did.
हाँ
He can't find solution in things.
नहीं I am asking from a positive dimension hello మీరందరూ నీ అమ్మ చంపేయడం సూసైడ్ die for a not only live but ready to die for my question was what you are ready to die for is the question huh what you are ready to die for acha a life physical existence that we are not ready to die for anything is it worth living मैं philosophy बात कर रहा हूँ बहुत बड़ी बात ठीक है understand this मतलब it does not mean find a girlfriend or boyfriend immediately please हाँ Harita anything that you can die for अम्मा हाँ तल्ली అరే సైకాలజిస్ట్ చూపించండి రా ఎందుకైనా మంచిది ఇక్కడ ఫ్యాన్లు పెద్ద బలంగా లేవులే హలో డై ఫర్ రీబర్త్ కనెక్షన్ విత్ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ డైయింగ్ నో moksha is not my question is what are you ready to die for huh what do you believe what is that belief so strong that's what I want to know few people की नहीं बात कर रहा हूं मैं तेरी बात कर रहा हूं हाँ बोल what is that belief that you are ready to die for what fear of future belief है साहिती तेरी क्लास अलग से लूंगा मैं हाँ हाँ कौन था हाँ to us but what is the general human tendency if spontaneously death comes you try to avoid spontaneously you try to avoid then that bonding comes into play and then you try to see if you have you would have seen in the geographic channel whatever you see the moment a leopard attacks a baby deer and a mother deer is there the instant reaction of the mother deer is to flee but the fraction of second the mother deer realizes my baby has been left in front of the lion so she goes all along to bang with the lion but was it the first reaction no the first reaction is to save ourselves now if the first reaction is to save yourself even in an animal instinct now tell me is it not human instinct to save yourself now if that human instinct is to save ourselves when will that instinct to die ourselves will come when you have a why now this why can be either inbuilt or injected. अरे बाबा terrorist आ रहा है ना, it can be both, it can be both. Now going back to ethics class, when can an injection not work on you for die for something? एक मिनट रुक जा रे. हाँ సార్ రేపటి నుంచి రామ్ సార్ ఎందుకు సార్ అట్లా చూస్తారు ప్లీజ్ సార్ ఆన్లైన్లో ఇస్తున్నారు ఏమో ఆడనే చూస్తా సార్ వద్దు క్లాస్లో. శేషు, when somebody cannot change what you think of through persuasion or propaganda, when एटीट्यूड भी यूज कर रहा है, पर्सनालिटी भी यूज कर रहा है. She is trying to give some technical answer. Let's listen. Objectivity. ఏదో తీసుకెళ్ళి ఎక్కడనో కలిపింది. When the foundations of the existing belief system are strong, nobody can persuade you for anything. Now, if that be so, in that scenario, this will happen only if you yourself feel it. नाथुराम गोडसे किताब पढ़ो, ठीक है. Understand this. See, our Bhagat Singh, the most classic example of dying for a cause. If I narrate the happening on the day of his hanging, when the jailer comes in the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, this guy has taken bath, reading a book. Then when the jailer says, the time has come, we have to go to the gallows, he smiles, folds the page of the book that he was reading and gets up. The jailer asks, you have folded as if you will come back to read. You know what he says? The message that he gave to the world. Whatever I believed in, I have carried on till here. Whosoever will come, he will carry it on further. Just imagine the thought of a 23-year-old who is ready to die. और हमारी उम्र क्या है? We still do not know what we are ready to die for. We still do not know what we are ready to die for. A person died for it at the age of 23. There's so much to learn. It means we are too much behind our purpose in life. Understand this. So whenever you see, essay is an interplay of emotions. You have to learn the art of creating that emotion when you write, when you make an impression to the invigilator, okay sir, this is what I feel. This is why this person was great. We remember him even today because at an age when we fail to understand the purpose that we may be ready to die for, this person actually died. If you write something like this, you make the best impression possible on the invigilator. Then the invigilator will feel, yahi to chahiye. And what he will help you, he will push you ahead in the race of UPSC. Because they want people of this nature, this belief system, this thought process to lead the country from the front. So that's why, see, understand, it is not about marks. It is about making an impression that I am the most suitable to be the bureaucrat of tomorrow. Because you all got restricted to this word live for. I took you beyond this to die for. So this should be one of your dimensions in the main body of your answer. Okay? So on this topic, how many of you want me to stop here? పర్లేదు ధైర్యంగా చెప్పొచ్చు, ఏం కాదు. हाँ बोल. స్టాప్ హియర్ कैसे बोल रहे पता है? అంటే వద్దంటున్నాడో స్టాప్ చేయండి అంటున్నాడో తెలియట్లేదు. I'll start with the hook. Start with the hook, not complete the hook. I'll start with the hook. 8:45, half an hour. తన్మయ్ సార్ ఇవాళ మంగళవారం సార్, ఇవాళే బాగుంటుంది ఫుడ్ హాస్టల్లో, ఒక 15-20 minutes. ठीक है, चलो. You have written this. Generally we have seen most of the students write a quote. See, hook ante enti, you have to catch the attention of the invigilator and hold him there. You have to catch the attention of the invigilator and hold him there. It is called a hook. A hook can be a quote, a question, a fact, a contradiction, a story, lastly a definition. Last option. From my side you should not use this in an essay. ఎందుకంటే జిఎస్లో అదే చేస్తాం కాబట్టి. ఎస్సేలో we will not use definition as a hook. ఇవి ఏవి రాకపోయినప్పుడు అప్పుడు చేద్దాం. సో బట్ లాస్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ. ठीक है, but tell me, in this question, in this topic, what could be the best hook? And you have to tell why. What could be the best hook? A quote, a question, a fact, a contradiction, a story. There is no unanimity, no? That's the beauty of our country. Unity in सब बकवास है. हाँ हाँ, probably this is the only country where people are killed for what he eats, failing to realize we were all carnivorous in the sequence of evolution. Yes or no? ठीक है, does not happen elsewhere, and we proudly say unity in diversity. ठीक है, हाँ किताबों में लिखने के लिए अच्छा है, ग्राउंड रियलिटी इज बैड. हाँ बोलो. हाँ, what could be the best hook? Nitish. Story. Any story you feel? Bhagat Singh story. Okay. If not Bhagat Singh story, अच्छा सुनो सुनो एक एक करें. See, रुक जा, तेरी स्टोरी कुछ कम नहीं है, ठीक है, लिख देना वो भी, कोई बात नहीं. अच्छा सुनो, भगत सिंह, अरे सुनो, see, what you choose as a hook also defines what you are. Listen to this carefully. What you choose as a hook also defines who you are. Achha, can I use contradiction as a hook in this case? I want somebody to give me an example. Contradiction. Haath uthao. Contradiction as a hook. Contradiction as a hook. Think. Yogeshwar. Contradiction as a hook in this case. You can. మళ్ళీ చెప్పమ్మా. కాంట్రడిక్షన్ అంటే అపోజింగ్, దట్ యూ డోంట్ అగ్రీ విత్ దిస్, సంథింగ్ లైక్ దిస్. చెప్ ఉమాశ్రీ. I have got destroyed in the process. మళ్ళీ చెప్పమ్మా ఒకసారి. Follow that why, not how. అందుకే కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యా నేను. Yes.
If the time dimension or any dimension of how is itself is killing the purpose,
Example.
it's like
పర్లేదు చెప్పండి.
if my purpose is to serving animals,
Okay.
if my purpose is serving animals,
Huh.
if I am taking any way which I want to take, but the steps which I take
Example.
itself is like I want to feed the stray dogs.
Okay.
While I'm feeding them itself, but the purpose of putting that pots and everything is being destroyed by the people itself
Okay.
who are working with me in my organization itself.
Okay.
Then it's like I am going against my house with a bad company and destroying my house itself. That's
Okay. Then it is not a singular journey. It is a journey with others. Okay. Okay. Anyone? Contradiction? हाँ जीवन. हाँ according to हाँ Sarlekhana. Okay.
Why the ideology is wrong, but if I go with the ideology, my house will be also.
So now, listen. Can I give a hint? If there is a flaw in the interpretation of y, if there is a this y interpretation, if there is a fault in this, if there is a bias in this, then the entire thing becomes a contradiction. It means in this y, the correct interpretation of y is important, and as I told you, everything that you perceive is only relatively truth. It means there is no absolute truth. There is no absolute truth. If it is there, I do not know. So whatever I know is a relative truth. Based on that presumption, if my interpretation is wrong for any reason, then the entire y becomes contradiction. Give me an example. Okay. Any other example? Sub terrorism. हाँ, घर में हो रहा है terrorism, बाहर तक क्यों जा रहे हो? Any other example? Come on. Robos. हाँ.
It's a general means we generally give bias also, Mr. How will we describe by making robots?
I am writing a letter. Word. Because the entire interpretation of y was faulty. Yes or no? See, understand this. See, that's what I am saying. You will use only to support your opinion. The statement as such should not be based on fact. In the quest of being right, the world became nuclear. Yes or no? In the quest of power, the interpretation of this y was faulty. Any other example, Nitish?
Historically, Emperor Genghis Khan
Okay.
established a just kingdom. He killed about 10 million people.
Okay, good. Again, this comes into play. Today's what you call caliphate is also terrorism. तुमने example दिया. Any other example? Not historical, not scientific, from spiritual dimension. Spiritual, but religion and spirituality both are different. You can be spiritual without being religious. In spiritual dimension, interpretation faults. Think, मिलेगा कुछ ना कुछ मिलेगा. क्या रे? Example. Okay. She is talking about black magic. But black magic spirituality, okay, maybe to some extent, not completely though. Any other example?
For the rise of sun next day, they will give ఒక మనిషి బలి ఇవ్వడం. కొత్తగా అవ్వడానికి ఒక మనిషి బలి ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు కదా.
कहाँ से आ रहा है तू? नहीं, she is right. हाँ, बोल. The element of sacrifice, right? Now, अच्छा, this word sacrifice is positive or negative? हाँ, it can be. ఇంకోటి బలిస్తే నెగిటివ్ అయిపోయింది కదా. Can be both. Now, is the word negative? What is negative? Understand. Whenever you are, now see, దీని మీద ఎస్సే రాసినప్పుడు how many can dare to pick up contradiction as a hook? Listen carefully. Very few. Out of 12,000, 13,000 students who write mains, even if I am exaggerating, not more than 10 or 12, because you are racing against the time. So what instantly comes to you is the story, or what instantly comes to you, most importantly, can also be a generally struggle. It is talking about the dimension of struggle and all. So you will write a quote. This is what exactly I did. I wrote a quote. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of those. इसके बारे में कल बात करूंगा मैं. एलिजाबेथ Kubler-Ross. She was the lady who was talking to the spirits. She had a clinic. Have you heard about hospice treatment? HOSPIC, hospice treatment. Generally, Nitish. Hospice treatment is basically talking to the dead people in some dimensions. ठीक है? भावना मेरी तरफ ऐसा मत देख. And this lady had a clinic where she used to bring the people who are terminally ill, about to die, and share their experiences of grief. समझ रहे? Share their experiences of grief. Now tell me, how many of you would like to do it? Achha, if given a chance, nahi, you would like to do it only with the people whom you are close to. Can you share the suffering of a person unknown to you? Come again.
I want to, but I don't know if I can.
Okay. Now, question came. If I can. The question came, no? If I can. But if it is your own parent or a grandparent, we generally love to. But why is it that feeling which is not naturally coming for people unknown to us? It means your love and affection is also subjective and relative. Yes or no? I was समझ में मैं कुछ I am trying to, that's where she is using a word very deliberately. I'll talk about these 5 stages of emotion. Can anybody? Grief. When you are in grief, there are 5 stages of emotion. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and lastly acceptance. These are the 5 stages of grief, the emotion ka stages. Denial, with denial comes anger, with anger comes bargaining, very important, and after bargaining, losing the battle, the depression starts, and finally the acceptance comes. So she talks about these 5 stages of emotion in her very famous book called Death and Dying. Yes, Death and Dying. So very renowned American psychiatrist. She is an American psychiatrist who talks about this. See, understand, over a period of time, you should have a repository of data of examples that you can use in your essay. This you have to build over a period of time. तुमको build करना पड़ेगा. You have to make notes कि इस subject related essay आएगा तो मैं एक story इसका ऐसा लिखूंगी या लिखूंगा, whatever I will write. So you have to create the repository of data with you, what you will use in the essay. So what you do is, from today onwards, जो essay की आपकी किताब होगी, 50% of the essay book you dedicate for some themes. You dedicate for some themes, struggle, pain, love, all those emotions you try to write, and try to start collecting data. Whenever you read a newspaper article, array, so beautiful, I can use this data somewhere. I can use this data somewhere. So you should be over a period of time developing the data. See, realize this, you are not going to Google best quotes. No, it will not work. Believe me, it will not work. When you read something, out of that you try to take out an expression and use it in your essay. I am warning you. If you go to Google and just write it in the book, it will not work. When you are reading something, you get a thought, a very good thought, it can be used in an essay on this topic in this sense. Use it. So you have to build your data bank of your anecdotes, stories, examples, personal life experience in the essay. So that is when over a period of time you have so much to write in the essay. Okay? So with this we will conclude the first session. I know some heads are falling. Yeah, but 2 hours only, no? I wanted to take for 2.5 hours. Srinath himself is saying, sir, chhod do. Okay? Ha. Any questions? Only till what has been taught today. Don't worry. Essay is a long journey. Seeing your expressions, I know it will take long time. So I'll take a longer period for you. Ha. Ha. Read it again. He was? Higher level. Always remember, live for does not mean only live. You should be ready to That's what she is trying to say. The most beautiful people. See, here beauty does not mean physical beauty. Yes or no? You agree? It means she is ascribing a quality to beauty which is beyond physical appearance. So that's what she says, the most beautiful people. So who are these most beautiful people? Those who are looking for that why in their life. Or we are known, are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of these depths. Found their way. It means they have समझा? ठीक है? So see, understand, it will take time for you to do some things in essay. The entire aim of my essay classes, is you should get beyond this. This is my aim. My aim is not this, please believe me. If you get this, forget IAS, IPS also, if you are general category. ठीक है? If you want that IAS or IPS to happen, one paper where you have to touch or cross the figure is 140. So if you want to reach there 140, time is there to develop the data bank, and मैं बता रहा हूँ, believe me, it is very easy. But only and only if you continue it as a long process and connect it with your day-to-day preparation. Connect it with your day-to-day preparation. It means your essay notebook should be carried with you in your bag always. Whatever you read, wherever you read, if you find a beautiful expression, I can use it in an essay when the dimension of the essay would be something like this, I will use it. There was something in the article today also, in the gist that I have shared. Open Telegram. The gist that I have shared today morning. Welcome back to those of who are opening it after a long time. Which is the article? Which is the last article? उससे पहले उससे पहले उससे पहले क्या है? हाँ, क्या है? Tribe. Understand, these should appear in your essay in supporting a viewpoint. If an essay is trying to go in the direction of protecting the environment or something, this should find a reference immediately in your essay to support your opinion, not the main context. Support the opinion. Okay? Now, we have only seen the beginning of hook today, and we have only seen the quote dimension of hook today. So tomorrow we will see what all are there: quote, question. Achha, before we break off, what question can arise here? What nature of question can arise here? In this scenario, what question can arise? In this scenario, what question can arise? अच्छा, एक और बात है, सुनिए, one second, let me complete. Remember, you are not writing quote, question, everything. No, only one. ये please, ये मत करके आ जाना कि सब लिख के आ गए सर फिर भी नंबर नहीं आया. Any one, ठीक है? Don't write more than that. If in this dimension, if there can be a question, what would be the line of thought of the question? Should there be a purpose? What could be the question? A purposeless life, is it worth living? Is it worth living? Purposeless life. Huh? No, living is different, reality is different. From the platform of a elevated level of living experience, see, have you seen this Brahma Kumari and all, Sadguru and all? Why they always look happy? They may look tired, but they will always look happy. Why is it so? Elevated level of existence. That's what they say, no? Come out of the physical level of existence. It means you need to find that purpose in your life. Okay? Now, when I am saying you should find a purpose in your life, what can be a question mark here is my question. Why should we? Okay, what else? Okay, good. How to find a purpose? मतलब कहाँ मिलेगा पर्पस? CCD में मिलेगा, कैफे कॉफी डे में मिलेगा, या कहाँ मिलेगा पता नहीं. हाँ, any other? Okay, justification of a purpose. Okay, हाँ. Funny. What question can arise? हाँ. Okay, is it your own purpose or the society is forcing that purpose on you? అంటే వాడు పాపం ఏదో ఫీల్ అవుతున్నాడు, ఫీలింగ్స్ బయటకు వస్తున్నాయి వాడి. Yes, I agree with you. Read. Can be the question? Which is the most important question? Seshu. Or you want to add any other? Which is the most apt question as per you, which you would like to write in the essay? Third one. Why one undergoes struggle? So out of these 5, you feel this is an elevated question? Satyapriya does not feel. It means it is relative. It is relative. What could be most important to me could be least important to somebody else. Okay? So we'll start with this tomorrow and we'll continue. Thoda time lagega. Be with me. Once things are in place, you all will play like Virendra Sehwag. You will play Virendra Sehwag. Any questions, Jeevan? You have any questions beyond these questions? Any more in-depth questions than these? Ropya, no questions? Okay. Anybody? Any questions? Sujata? No questions? Sure? Amma, Chepu Umashri. Adding a question to these questions. Bolo. Okay. So, will struggle bring contentment? यही बोल रहे हो? If you are successful, it will. See, the beauty of philosophy is it is so abstract. कहीं से भी पकड़ के कहीं से भी जा सकते. For example, I'll give you an example. Struggle brings contentment. Could be within the lifespan, could be beyond. Bhagat Singh died in 31. 31? अरे एज नहीं, ईयर. థర్టీ-వన్ కదా? మరి 31 అనుకుంటాను రా. Good. He died in 1931. Did he see his struggle bearing fruits when he was alive? Can you justify he did not see after he died? समझ रहा है मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूं? It means these struggles can be in a lifetime, but the fruit can cross the lifetime. Yes or no? See, the British wanted to give India and Pakistan independence on 15th of August, both on 15th of August. But Mountbatten said, let Pakistan get it on 14th. Why? Simple logic out of the box. He can attend both the reality. Just imagine your Independence Day is dependent on some idiot's comfort. समझ रहे हो? 15th August was the most inauspicious day. He chose that day because Japan surrendered on that day. Imagine history, your history has been written deliberately with an intent to showcase surrender even at their failure. समझो इस बात को. Even though the British left you on the 15th of August 1947, they wanted to leave it on a winning note. We chose the date the Japan surrendered to us. Otherwise, he only preponed it. Otherwise, as per the Act, June 1948, no? जो पढ़ेगा हिस्ट्री पढ़ोगे अभी तो समझ में आएगा, ठीक है? So understand all these dimensions. See, that's what I said. एस्से के लिए कंटेंट बुक से बाहर से आएगा, बुक के अंदर से नहीं आए. So you have to learn the art of thinking, and believe me, once you do it, your GS will become a cakewalk. Your GS will become a cakewalk. Mains, not prelims. Prelims के लिए किताब पढ़ना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? चलो, any questions? उमश्री का ये क्वेश्चन के ऊपर we can talk for an hour. हाँ. Next? Tomorrow. So you want to release the question now itself. He is restless. Our question. हाँ. Good. हाँ. Hundreds. I told you, no, essay is just what you call indicative in nature. You can write. There are many types of writing. Narrative essay is there, descriptive essay is there, you know, so many others. Philosophy. कल बात करें? हाँ, ठीक. We'll talk tomorrow. What he wants you to write, we'll talk. ठीक? हाँ. In one line, can I give the answer? He wants you to be spiritually ahead of your time. Ethically better than the others. This is what he wants you to. Any topic, any dimension, he wants you to be a grounded person. That's why जो first paragraph में जो dictate कराया ना, उसको by heart करो. Before you write anything, go back to that paragraph. Am I doing this or not? That's why I made you write, dictated each and every word of the essay that is supposed to be written. Any other questions?